Oh, what's up guys? Kabos here. Sunday night, been a hell of a week, right? Lots and lots of work, extremely busy. I had a huge Magic the Gathering collection come in, and of course, the topic I'm going to talk about today, pickup of a lifetime, at least for me. I guess you guys can probably, make a good guess on what I picked up this week. I'm going to talk about a bit more on this particular video. Stick around. Alright, welcome back guys. So, not gonna keep you guys in suspense, or probably some of you guys already guessed what I picked up. Is this card right here, 2003 exquisite collection Michael Jordan autograph patch number 200 BGS 9.5. Super awesome patch, super clean auto. This is a huge monster, huge monster, right? I never imagined that I would able to pick up this card in this grade. All right, so I know that there'll be some point in time whereby I'll be able to pick up an exquisite Jordan auto, maybe 2003, okay, but not in the BGS 9.5, right? In this video, I'm not going to talk about what I actually paid for it, or in this case, what I actually traded for it, because it's pretty interesting. But I'm just going to talk a bit about the mindset of entering into such a huge card like this, okay? As a reseller, usually I prioritize, liquid inventory. This, by all means, this is liquid, right? But it's liquid in the sense that, yes, there's a lot of people who demand this card, but not a lot of people have the funds to actually buy this card. So I'm going to talk a bit more on the mindset. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about how this deal came about, right? So I got on Facebook and I got in touch with the guy here, Sean Price, right? The guy with tons and tons of huge Jordans, right? He's been actually posting this Jordan exquisite for quite a while now, I think a couple of weeks. And he was looking to trade down on the Jordan with a trade value of roughly about $90,000, I believe, okay? And he wanted some cash in the deal, which is something that I wouldn't be looking at this moment, considering that I'm focusing on running the business. I need cash flow. It's not something I would like to park huge amounts of money to this one card, even though how great the Jordan is. But later on, Sean made a subsequent post and he decided that he was willing to trade all cards, okay, which was something that I would probably be interested in doing, provided if he was actually interested in some of the cards that I have. And it just so happened that I did, right? So I've been accumulating plenty of, I would say, liquid high-end cards. When I say high-end, means they're within a range of under $10,000 roughly. What are those cards? You probably check out my Instagram, and those are the latest pickups that I have. The Jordans, the Kobe's mainly, a couple of Lucas. I'm not going to break down in detail what exactly I gave, something that I don't want to share at this moment. But what you can do know, which is public information, is on Facebook, the asking price on trade value was about $80,000. Was it massively overvalued in my opinion? Well, if you ask me, I believe it's a bit on the high side. You check on some comps, recent solo comps. I believe there was one in probably 2023, sometime last year. So for about 40,000, on auction. So for it to be trade, you definitely would expect it to be higher. Normally, you have factored in about like 10-20% at most, but this is a massive $80,000 trade value. But of course, in any trade, right, it depends on what's the outgoing cards and what's the value that I'll be giving. So even though the Jordans, technically not at comps, but it also comes down to what I actually gave up in this trade. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that I had to give up a bunch of cards, in order to get this particular Jordan, and the value of the cards that I had to give up was pretty important. But Sean was being fair with the valuation on cards, right? It wasn't like strictly comp for comp, given that the Jordan's comp was actually way below the $80,000 ask. So in my mind, I think I got a fair deal, but more importantly, I was able to pick up quite a huge huge card. Okay, so coming back to the earlier point that I mentioned about, having such a huge card in my portfolio, right? The ability to move such a card, is it easy, is it difficult? Would you rather have tons and tons of liquid inventory? You could look at it two ways. I'm on the side of having preferably lots of inventory, lots of liquid stuff that I can move. But at the same time, cards like this, don't surface very often, right? You don't have the chance to pick it up, especially when it doesn't involve any money. Okay, and that I think was the main reason I went to this deal, right? The ability to move a bunch of my stuff, no doubt liquid inventory, but at a valuation that was comfortable with in exchange for a card that had, even though it had a huge valuation, but it was a exchange that was fairly comfortable. And of course, I'm not going to think about potentially this is going to be $100,000 card or $150,000. I'm not thinking like that. I'm just solely focused that this is one of the more iconic Michael Jordan autograph cards, right? 2003 is the first year exquisite, even though it's on the horizontal look. People always prefer the vertical look. That's why the limited logos fetch tons of money. It has a smaller patch window, but again, 2003 exquisite BGS 9.5, nice looking patch. You just don't get this kind of quality often, especially on a full card tray. Okay, so for me, this was like a once in a lifetime pickup. Right, I'm saying this today, but there could be more of this in the future. But as at this moment, right, this was an opportunity that I really couldn't pass up. Okay, it's huge, right? All the cards that I had to give away, those are cards that it's reattainable if I want to. But again, those were just portfolio inventory. Those were cards that I acquired with intention to sell. So even though in this case I didn't really sell those cards, but you kind of like consolidated up into something huge, right? And would this Jordan be available for sale in the near future? I believe so. Is it for sale tomorrow? Probably not. It's currently sitting in a vault with Fanatics Collect. It's gonna stay there for a while, for me to just click on my screen and have a look, the digital copy, front, back, left, right, flip it around, whatever it may be. But I'm just gonna save it a moment. It's been a long week, it's been a busy week, but this seems to be a nice end to the week. Looking forward to the next week, just to run it back and tons of work ahead. Okay, that's all I got for this one. Just sharing the happiness. I'm pretty sure you guys caught my previous video on my Victor Wembanyama story. That's a huge support on that. Appreciate you guys, all the comments. And just for this video, I just wanted to share something pretty positive. A huge pickup, super excited. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Do like, subscribe, follow my channel for more content. Till next one. Thanks, guys. Cowboys out.